So today we're going to talk about mid and side processing. A lot of the problems we have in video is to do with sound. A lot of people that do video don't specialize in sound or don't really focus on sound a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can get your video and audio to match in terms of sound levels, because a lot of the time people have music in their video. The music and the audio is generally clashing. So example, you might have like a backing track and you might want to mix your vocals with a backing track, but generally a lot of the time you can either hear the vocals or the backing track. So what ends up happening is that when someone tries to mix, let's say a vocal recording for a video and mix it with the music's generally louder than the vocal, even though the level might be lower. The level of the music or loudness of the music is louder than the vocal. So that's the first problem. The second problem is that generally in music as well, music is designed to be stereo. Now, that's fine. Stereo is a good thing. But the problem with that is that in a stereo channel, there is a thing called antiphase. And that happens when the left and right channel are out of phase with each other. So the problem with antiphase, right, in a recording is that it happens on the sides. So because it happens on the sides, right, if I move to one of the channel, sounds or the frequencies that are out of phase with the left and the right channel, they become the side channels, and then they will not be able to be heard if that track is heard in mono. So for example, you got a lot of videos where people, they will design a video, for example, for it to be heard. You can only hear it in the center, because when we're listening back on a lot of devices do not have true stereo. So example, on phones and tablets, they don't have a true stereo channel and they are pretty much mono. So if those sounds or those frequencies are on the side, they won't be able to be heard on the majority of smaller speaker devices or devices that don't have true stereo. So let's start with this. So let me play this track and let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. So yeah, you get the idea. There's a lot of antiphase in this area over here. This is when the left and the right channel are out of phase. This is the mids. This is the sides. So yeah, it's antiphase. So how do we deal with that? Okay, the first thing we do is we get a matrix. So this is a S1 MS matrix by Waves, and it's an excellent plugin. I like Wave plugins. They do great bundles and stuff for this kind of thing, for audio processing, and it's great. But what this does is that this basically puts the mids in one channel, which is the left channel, and puts the sides on another channel. So it separates them. So let me play it through and I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, as you can hear, now it's kind of skewed to the left. So what that's done is that's put all the mids on the left channel and all the sides on the right channel, which is great. Now if you first use the S1 MS Matrix Stereo, you'll be thinking to yourself, what is this plugin good for? Like, why would anyone use this? Now I'm about to show you what it's good for. So you can then use this. We turn this off. And let me put that at 0. And then, so this, when I unlink it, I can actually manipulate the right channel and the left channel individually, which is great. But then let me put that through there. So this one, and then change it from input mode. So let me play it. Change it to mid-side mode. And there you go, it's normal again, right? Change to mid-side mode, it's normal again. So yeah, that's the first thing. Okay, so now it's normal again, but we got this EQ in the way, Q10. So what you can do with the Q10, right, is that this is being processed. This is the separator, right? The matrix is the separator, and that's going into the Q10. The Q10 is acting as a way to control each one of the mids and the sides separately. So for example, let me play it. See sides, this mid, let me play that. See, I focused it. So now it's not as wide, it's narrow. So I'm turning down the sides, I turn it all the way down. Get less sides, more mids, turn it up. Get more mids, less sides. So I can turn that down all the way. And now, all I have is sides, no mids. Crazy, right? Let's do something like this. Okay, now I've narrowed the width of the stereo image without destroying the sides and keeping everything in phase. So now there's no anti-phase as I'm playing the music. Which is great. So this means that my track can now be heard on a system that is mono, because it's now mono compatible, which is what I want. That's great. It just guarantees that when I'm playing it through small speakers that don't have true stereo, that every sound will be able to be heard on that system. Okay, so that's the first thing you can do. Now, the second thing you can do is that you can actually choose which frequencies you want. And this is why I've used this rack effect, the Q10, because I can separate the left and the right channel and I can EQ them independently. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how it works. So say I put this on here. Let me create a loop. Let's create a loop up there. Okay, cool. Let's take this off and let's play it. So I made it narrower. Let me play it. Let me turn each one of these ones on. So I'm still getting the width. So yeah, as you can see, I'm still getting the width. So anything I EQ on the right channel is affecting the sides. So the more, how can I put it? The more amplitude I give to this, each one of these frequencies, is the more I'm giving power to the sides. So as you can see, I'm getting a wide between the left and right, a wider stereo image between the left and the right channel, but I'm keeping it in phase. So now it's not in anti-phase, which means it's mono compatible. So yep, and then we have the shuffler. This can control the bass trim. So if you want a bass louder or quieter. Okay, so that's the first way to do it. That's the more advanced way. That's using a S1 MS matrix, and there's a simple way to do it. So this would be the simple way to do it. All right. So you have a stereo track. Whoa, a bit too wide. You have a stereo track like this. This will be normal, and you can make it narrow. Look at that. That's pretty much mono. That's mono compatible right there. That's how it originally was. Then you can make it narrower to basically match what you want to do. So that's what I've done. I made it narrower. I mean, it's an easy way to do it, but it's just not as good. It doesn't sound as good. And you can't control it as well. It doesn't sound as good. Main reason why I made this video is because I want to show you the power of this. The MS Matrix. I want to show you the power of this because this is slept on plugin, man. The very slept on plugin. Very good plugin. It works very well. Pair it with the Q10 EQ. You can get some amazing stereo effects with it. So if you're looking to improve your stereo image for your videos or maybe your music, this is one technique you can potentially consider using. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you found this video helpful. If you got any questions, send me a message. And yeah, we can talk. So yeah, hope this helps. And I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Take care. Bye.